Hey, I woke up yesterday and I had no idea that Wild Guns Reloaded was coming out. I knew that it was getting a Switch port, and I didn't know that it was yesterday. I ended up looking on the eShop, and it was $30. But then I found out that the mall, which is just a short bus ride away, had a physical copy for $30. So I traded in some stuff, and I also got a new Patreon backer for $15. So thanks to that person, I was able to get this port. Now, it is kind of Nintendo taxed, but it also isn't at the same time. The base price for this is the same that it's been on the PS4 for about a year. Ironically, right now it is on sale on the PSN sale for I think $12 if you have PS Plus. But they actually did add some pretty significant changes to this version, so I'm going to try to go over those as fast as possible. So let's just go straight into it. Now, I'm not very good at this game. I haven't finished the game yet because I've been too obsessed with getting a 1cc so I can get the old SNES music. But I have played this pretty extensively regardless. So what they changed with the multiplayer is there is a beginner mode. In the original versions of this game, I haven't actually played the multiplayer, but all your lives were shared and there were no continues, which means the game was pretty much bunk for multiplayer because who the hell knows three other people that are really good at wild guns that can 1cc it. I don't think anybody on this planet does, and if they do, they're probably spread all across the globe. So that has been fixed. If you wanted to play this as more of a party game, they have fixed that. Also, there's a beginner mode which has unlimited lives, so if you want to learn the patterns and stuff, that's actually pretty useful. I actually played on this a little bit last night before I went to bed, and it does make a bit of a difference. I don't know how much it affects the actual difficulty of the game, but with unlimited lives, you can practice the bosses way easier than you could before. Now, they have also added a boss rush and a time attack mode, which was not in the other versions either. So I think they've added a pretty decent amount of extra value. I don't know if they're going to support the other versions or if this content was extra content was commissioned by Nintendo to add more value. But this is definitely the best valued version because they did add new content. They added a beginner mode if you just want to mess around and practice, and they added some new modes as well. So I'll play through a level on beginner mode. I've actually done an overview of this for the PS4 version, so there's not a whole lot to say that I haven't already addressed. Turn down the sound a little bit so you can hear me. In terms of the performance, obviously this game is not really taxing the Switch at all, so if you want to play it in portable mode with the new multiplayer that like actually encourages playing with people who aren't experienced, which is, you know, probably like 99.99% of the population, that works pretty well. I didn't have any kind of performance issues or anything. I find it crazy that with like all the effort it took them to like remaster this game and do the new sprites and stuff, that they didn't put any thought to like the fact that there aren't many professional Wild Guns players, and to have the multiplayer like have no credits and shared lives. I don't know what the hell the design decision was there. That's been fixed in this version apparently. unlimited lives. I actually did some practice on this boss earlier. I just let him kill me a bunch of times until I got better at dodging the attacks, which is a pretty nice feature. Usually with like arcade games like this, they make it far too difficult to practice, which is why there aren't many people that are good at them. But now they have this beginner mode, so you can kind of just practice at your leisure. Look at how great this pixel art is. You think like how much effort it took them to remaster everything and change the bosses and add all these new frames of animation and 2 new characters, and then make it so the multiplayer is like borderline unplayable. I don't know what happened there, but thankfully it's been fixed in this version. So there's not a whole lot else to say. I'll probably do some runs of this later on. I'll probably just start on easy and then go from there. If you haven't played the game before, I think it is worth $30, especially since this mode has more content. It's portable, works fine in portable mode. It's probably a little better in portable mode since you can play with 4 players a lot easier than needing a TV. I'm definitely going to bring this to the nerd convention I'm going to next month. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to buy the game physically, I know that GameStop has copies. That's where I got mine, but it seems like they don't have that many in general. So you might want to call ahead and reserve it if you can. You can have them hold it for, I think, at least a day or so. So you can go there and get it. I have a feeling that this version is going to be rare, but I don't think it's going to be as rare as the PS4 version, which was not sold in stores at all. It was only sold on Amazon through Natsume's Amazon store. So if you're a collector, I definitely would recommend getting this. I know this is going to be worth something in the near future. I mean, I checked my local radius, and there were barely any copies at all. So if you're a collector, I definitely recommend getting it. But there are some good benefits to having it as well, which is the new modes and the better multiplayer and the beginner mode. Anyway, that's it. I'll probably do some runs later. Peace.